Okay, what is going on, guys? What is up? Before we begin, let me crack open this beer real quick. What's going on, guys? How we doing? I like the ambience. Holla. What's up, nigga? Drizzy Fest is in the building, Mr. Macias. Or as the white people call him, Macias. What's going on? Exile, Starmaker, Man in the Symbols, must be a new troll. Mellow Madness, he's back from somewhere. I don't know where he left, but now all of a sudden he's back. Snow Panther, Tim Smokes, Squeak Squeak, Jennifer P's in the building. What's going on, guys? How are we doing? What is up? Ooh, the lovely Miss Lynch is in the building. And Ray Ray trolling like the shadow by my side, constantly there, smoking meth in his car. Smoking a hot-ass pipe burning his lips. Gone with the Kale. What is up, baby? How we doing? Rob W. Bobby Richard. What's going on, guys? What's up? How are we doing? So you guys are probably wondering, well, why are you in the dark? Well, I'm parked at a dark street. That's why it's dark right now. Very, very dark. Yeah, there's going to be no trailer tour, really. I don't want people knowing what it looks like on the outside because it's a very distinctive trailer. Like, you're not going to really see too many trailers that look like that around. I don't want people knowing what my trailer looks like. Because then some assholes will come fuck with me at Walmart or come bother me. I'm not worried about my safety. I don't want to be bothered. Like, oh, hey, isn't that, hey, can we talk? Fuck that. I'm cool. No trailer tour. I don't do trailer tours. Fuck it. It's not even worth it anyways. But what? It's not like I'm going to get a viral video. You know? It's not like I'm going to get a viral video or anything, so. Signature Mister, what's going on? Long time no see. Good work. Aren't you bottom of YouTube too? That's your channel, right? Yeah. Man, I fucked that up, bro, but I will be back in California. It's gonna be a while, but I will be back, and then I will hit her up. Loetta Tool, Miss Tool in the building. Thank you very much for the $20 super chat starting off the night right. Thank you very much. Hell yeah. Miss Tool. I know you're not related to Otis Tool. I know that for a fact, right? Because Otis Tool, he's the one that killed John Walsh's kid. So. Okay, no, we got the street light coming on, so we got a little bit of light. Oh, it just went off. What was that all about? You know, this is a great street to, to like prey on people. Not like I'm that type of person, but just to prey. Miss Gray with the Canadian 5 Smackers. What is going on, baby? Thank you very much. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. You guys have already paid for my beers for the night. Well, good night, guys. That's it. Hell yeah. The trailer is the bed. I got a good bed. I will say that. I do need a new bed, the mattress, whatever you want to call it. But it is very comfortable. I would say the only thing I probably need, other than to fix the floor, which hopefully will be fixed Tuesday or Wednesday. I got to go down to Illinois to get it fixed. I found a buddy of mine that lives in Illinois. He knows a lot of people. And one of his buddies is gonna fix it. Hopefully he won't charge me too much. Gonna knock that floor out, and then basically I'll just have the window that I need to take care of. But for right now, we'll figure it out. Thank you very much, Signature Mister. Yes, we'll see what happens, man. I fucked up, but you know what, man? I felt I was too fat to meet her, man. I told myself I'm not meeting her unless I'm under 240 pounds, and I'm going to stick to it. But let me tell you something. When I get under 240, which if I really get my mind into dropping some weight, I should be under 240 in September. But I'm going to do a weigh-in video probably sometime Monday. Then we'll see how much weight I can lose in, 5 weeks or something like that. Just drop some weight. Just too fat. Aunt BB Tong is in the building. Miss Garcia with the $1 smackers. What's up, baby? How we doing? With the pretty little eyeshadow you're doing there. What's going on, baby? How we doing? Thank you very much. She said, I got $1 for you for a fucking beard. That's right. That's right. King Cobra's 99 cents, baby. I'd like you know. Why do you guys keep calling me Scante Warrior? I don't do drugs. I don't fucking smoke meth. That's what Ray Ray does. He's the Scante Warrior. This motherfucker's in his car right now at some fucking truck stop. He's got... This motherfucker probably has my stream. He has... What other streams do you watch? Well, D-Dub isn't streaming anymore because his channel's gone, so you ain't watching D-Dub, but you're probably watching... who the fuck told me they seen you in... Oh, Egyptian Beauty. Yeah, like... Becky B, I see you, baby. What is going on? 219's in the building. What's up, brother? How we doing? $2 for Billy Jimmy. Sexual attention. She needs to get smashed, bro. Let me tell you something. She needs to get smashed by me. And listen, hey, straight up, man. I was 2 days ago. I was 10% contemplating going back to Las Vegas. Take my trailer, just go back to Las Vegas. I could take my trailer and park it in my friend's garage and just live in it there. I did it last time. It was fantastic. She has a 3-bay garage. Or I could have just put it in storage and shack up with my ex-girlfriend again. But I didn't want to go west because I don't want to turn around and come all the way back here. So I'm not going anywhere west until it gets like really cold. Don't know how long I'm going to be here in Wisconsin, but I do know that when I leave here, I'm going east. East. Let's see what happens. Guys, we might have a special guest calling in. We got an interesting complaint from somebody. Not sure if they're going to call in. We'll see. My phone is on airplane mode right now, but I'm going to turn the ringer off, but I'm not going to be taking calls right this second. But we have a couple. We got a couple of people that might call in tonight. Might be an interesting stream. We got somebody that has a complaint about me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to text them in about 10 minutes, and I'm live. I don't know if they're going to be awake or interested in speaking, but we will see what happens. Yes. We will see what happens in all due time. Possibly. You never know. You never know. Never know. You never know where I might land. What the hell kind of beer is that? Cerveza Tecate? I used to like Tecate, man, but it's, I don't know. There's some South American beer I like. I like Caguama. That's my favorite South American beer. Caguama's pretty good. No, this is a legit complaint. It's a legit complaint. As a matter of fact, let me see. Okay, let me text him right now. Okay, so I text the first person. Let's see where the other person's at. Where's the other person? All right, we got Mr. Petrus. He texted me. He said he wants to beat me at the debate that we had again. I got news for him. He lost, and I didn't even go hard on him. I took it easy on him. Gotta take it easy on those liberals. Gotta take it easy on those liberals when they're playing the victim. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, there was a couple of things I wanted to talk about that I heard in the news. God, what did I want to talk about? Mr. Medea. Mr. Medea's in the building. What's going on? What's up? Hesse. I know trailer tours, man. It's kind of cringe. Uh, Uncle Drew found some really good cheap light beers called Frio, 30 pack 18. Yeah, they sell Frio at the 99-cent store in the West Coast. It's it's basic beer. It's all right. 30 pack 18 bucks is pretty cheap. Cheapest 30 pack I've ever bought in my life was Hams. It was 30 pack 15.99 in Ohio. That was the cheapest shit. That's fucking 55 cents a beer. That's pretty good. There was another guy that I was going to call. Don't know his number. I got lost. Anyways, all right. So what was I talking about? What did I want to say? I don't remember. Miss Gray with the 149. Thank you very much. Miss Gray is in the building. Of course you are. You just gave me $5. I'm just saying that you're still here. That's all. Okay. What the fuck did I want to talk about? What did I want to talk about? It wasn't the gender thing. I don't remember. Something I seen on Facebook or something like that. I don't know. I forgot already. I was just looking at it 30 minutes ago and I said, shit, I want to talk about that. Fucking stupid motherfuckers. But I forgot. I don't know. Trisha Paytas, yeah, we've already talked about her. Is she in here? Is Trisha Paytas in here? Mr. Velasquez, aren't you the guy that I got into it with, or you don't like me or something? You're always whining or complaining about something weird, or are you a different Velasquez? I know everybody's asking me to do a trailer tour. I don't want to do it. Everyone's already seen the trailer from before. I don't want to do another trailer tour. That's stupid. I don't want people to know what my trailer looks like. I want to be incognito as much as I possibly can. But I'll tell you what, though, when I go back to the West Coast, me and Trisha got a place to crash. Yeah. She said she would crash in a van. I'm like, well, baby, I got something better. I got a trailer. What's up? We got separate beds. I'll buy her a new bed. I will get the trailer professionally detailed and deep cleaned for her comfort. Oh yeah. No, I would get that trailer. I'd get. Legit. If Trisha Paytas said, "Hey, I want to do a night like a vlog in your trailer," I will get like lights done, mood lights. Fucking, I'll rent an AC or something like that for her comfort, or I'll even buy the fucking portable AC and I'll just fucking sell it when I'm done with it. Yeah, we'll do it in style. We'll go camping, just me and her. Fuck yeah! Can you imagine just me fucking just get those big old Tiggle bitties. But you know what? I'll tell you the truth, guys. You probably think I'm full of shit. I don't fantasize about having sex with her. As a matter of fact, me just saying that she has big tits, that's like the first sexual thing I said about her, I believe, ever on a live stream anyways. I don't fantasize about her. It's not like that to me. I don't say like, oh, I want to, eat her asshole out or anything like that. But I probably would if she asked me to. But I'm a freak. I am nasty. I'm nasty. But I don't go around like with a hard on thinking about her. So. No, bro, that's for the squirrels, man. That's for the squirrels, bro. That's for the squirrels, bro. God, there was something that I wanted to talk about that I seen in the news. It wasn't that James Harden thing. In case anybody doesn't know, James Harden, NBA basketball player, he went to a... I guess he was on the court and they were doing interviews. He was wearing a Blue Lives Matter mask and he goes, I don't even know what that was. He goes, I just had the mask because it looked cool and it covered my whole face. And everyone starts fucking going in on him. Dude, he will, if he came out and he was like, you know what, I'm not into this Black Lives Matter shit, he'll be my favorite basketball player right now. Right now, if he did that. I fucking love it. Fucking love it. Listen to mainly rock music and some gay shit. Matter of fact, since you're talking about music, let's play a gay song, which is some of my favorites. Oh, this is always a classic right here. Okay, let's play some music real quick, shall we? Will James Harden ever win a championship? That is a good fucking question, man. Uh, Let me answer that question before I play the song. Will he ever win a championship? Shit. The motherfucker's good enough to do it. He's good. He is good enough to be the best player on an NBA championship team. Fuck, man. Dude, I think he's just going to be one of those guys that he's great enough to be the champion. It's just, I think it's just always going to be his surrounding cast. They just, he needs to pair up. Fuck, dude. You know, dude, Houston, they almost had it. Well, dude, they almost beat the Warriors, and they probably would have beat the Cavs that year. He had his chance. He fucked up. I think he'll like bandwagon on a team and win. Yeah, he'll win one. I think he'll retire with a ring. He'll bandwagon somewhere. Will he win a ring as the best player on a championship team? Fuck, man. I want to say his chances are like 25%, but they're good. They're still good. I mean, you know, he's a great player. Just I don't know, travels too much. He travels too fucking much. Yeah, but you can get other guys to cover your ass. He doesn't need to play defense. Sorry, guys. I just had to rock that shit out. Okay, well, you know what? I was waiting for the person to call because they had a really good, they had a very good bone to pick with me. No, no pun intended on that. Okay, well, somebody just texted me right now. Okay, this will be a good call. Let's call this guy. Let's see if he's lying. Oh, he's actually calling now. Okay, this is one of the guys that I said that was going to call him. Let's talk to this guy real quick. Oh crap! Hello.
Hello.
Hey, before you start speaking, man, I gotta fucking charge my speaker, so bear with me. So you just wait right there, buddy. This shit's gonna fucking die any second now. This is what happens when you're not prepared. But anyways, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Okay, Rod.
How's everybody?
I think everybody's. I think nobody really matters right now. I think it's just whatever. All right, very good. So let me plug this fucker in, and then we can chat. Bear with me. Let me find my. Well, you know, it sucks when you live in a van and shit's fucking. Okay, let's see if this will work. Okay, let me put this fucker in. Now, bear with me. Okay. So let's make sure this fucker's gonna charge. Okay, I think that should work for a while. Let me switch this shit out real quick. All right, so go ahead, man. So tell everybody who you are and what your deal is, why you're calling.
Okay. My name is Tony. I don't think my last name's on
Yeah, who cares?
my YouTube. It ain't important.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watch the show. I watch it live every time it's on. And I don't know. I just think I got a pretty good story. And the people that call in, I listen to their shit, and I don't know. I just think I got a good one, and I'm pretty real, so I keep everything, you know what I mean, 100%. So
Cool. So what is the story? Let's
okay.
talk.
So I grow up in Pennsylvania, good life, right? Brothers, sisters, good parents, no drugs, no alcohol growing up, right? Graduate high school, joined the military. I joined the Navy. I'm in there for like 5 years. First year's okay. I work on an aircraft carrier, and so I want to do something more. So I joined EOD, Explosive Ordnance Disposal. A lot of diving, working with bombs. It's a Navy bomb tech, pretty much. So I get stationed down in Virginia in Little Creek Amphibious Base, and I deploy. Go to Afghanistan. First deployment, pretty routine. This is back when Afghanistan was like the Wild West. You know what I mean? It wasn't. If it didn't feel right, you killed it. You know. I got a bullet fragment that first deployment. Got a Purple Heart for that. Came home. You know, just did the regular shit. I deployed again, and the second deployment was a little crazy. Second deployment, get into an ambush situation, and we're doing a convoy, security for a convoy, and we get ambushed, and we're held down, and we're waiting. We're waiting 3 hours for Marine ground reinforcements to come and bail us out, or at least give us a backup. And 2 IEDs were set off, and there's 8 guys I was with, and 6 of the guys I was with died, immediately on impact, and it was just me and a lieutenant commander, and so I'm blown back underneath the truck, and I have shrapnel in my stomach and my chest, concussion definitely. My lieutenant commander is blown probably about 10 or 15 feet out to my right. Now I'm under a truck, and it's just me. We're still taking rifle small arm fire. So to give the illusion that it's not just 2 guys, or really 1, because the LT, the lieutenant, he was out of commission. So, I'm popping rounds off to the right, to the left, north, whatever, east, west, to give the illusion that there's more than just 1. So I run down to my last magazine and my service pistol. So, and it's getting close to the time where we should have, this backup should be coming. Now, the reason that we couldn't have the backup or drone or air support was because we were situated in between 2 villages, and with the Geneva Convention, it would have been too high of a situation for civilian casualty, so that's why we couldn't just call it in to blow shit up. So I go silent, and the Taliban will send in a scout to come down and check everything out. Now I'm blown back under this truck, and he's walking up into the mess. and he has his rifle strapped like at not in prone, so he doesn't have the rifle pointed, like aimed at me. So he walks up, and I have polarized glasses on, so you can't see if my eyes are open or closed. I'm just still as shit. So he walks over and he looks at me, and then he turns around and he walks away. Now, I try to raise my pistol now is down at my side, and I kind of got a little too ahead. Before this, I threw some smoke, and I pulled my lieutenant underneath the truck with me. I went out and pulled him under. So now he's right next to me. I have my pistol down in front of him, so it was concealed. So the Afghan turns around, and he goes to walk away. I raised my pistol, but I had lost so much blood that I was shaking, and I couldn't raise my arm. So I didn't want to risk popping a shot and miss, and then he turn around and just spray us both. So I put the pistol down, and I kick some dirt. I kick my foot and make a noise. He turns around, and he hears it, and he's looking at me. You know, he's looking like, did I hear it or not? So he takes a couple steps closer, and I'm just waiting and waiting. He takes a couple steps closer, just enough time for me to keep my right arm against my body to stabilize and pull up from the hip, and I was able to shoot him 2 times. And then I passed out. So fast forward, I wake up like 6 months later. I'm in Munich, Germany at a military hospital. I was in 6 months medically induced coma. So I wake up, and I have to learn how to eat and all that shit again, all boring stuff. So what comes along with that now is I have this insatiable craving for morphine. Because I've been on this shit now for 6 months with a pump, and they start to take me off of it, and I realize that my body wants this morphine. So they send me home. I get another Purple Heart. I get a medical discharge, Bronze Star, and they send me home. Now I'm on probably 3 oxycodone 30 milligram tablets a day and 2 OxyContin 80 milligram tablets a day, which is high power, pain med. So come home, I don't misuse the shit. I'm taking the drugs. Never did drugs in my life. Get a job where I worked at a prison. I was a prison guard in my state, county, for like a year. And then I got fired. I got into a fight with an inmate, and it was a whole big thing. So I go to college, still not doing drugs. And I graduate college, and I work in radio. And I get a job working in radio in my town, 2 different stations, shit money. I realized that it wasn't the glamorous thing I thought it was going to be. I definitely couldn't support my family with it. So I upped my disability to the VA. Now I'm 100% disabled. I'm taking $3,200 a month, twice a year to home heal. So I fucking we take a vacation to Miami, and I come up short like 3 days on my medication while I'm in Miami, and I start getting sick, violent sick, shit, puking, and I know that it's this meds that my body I'm going into withdrawal, right? And I mean, it was bad, like terrible. So I send my wife and daughter to the beach. I go down to the cab stand, and I find the most disgusting, stereotypical cab driver I can find. I jump in the back, and I'm like, I tell the guy, I'm like, look, man, I need these pills. I need oxy. I need painkillers. He's like, oh, I don't got that, Poppy. I'm like, what do you got? And he's like, I got Montega. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is Montega? And he's like, oh, heroin. And I was like, no, man. I was like, I don't shoot drugs. And he was like, no, you sniff this. So I'm in a situation where I have no choice. So I sniff this dope, this heroin. And boom, sickness is gone. It was like a fucking Super Mario Bros. Power up. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how many you got? And he's like, oh, I think it's 11 or 12. I'm like, I want all. So I get them all. I don't even do them all before I leave. I think I flush 5 of them. So I come home, another year goes by, back on my meds, doing everything good. I'm bartending, right? And I see the bartender, and he's dipping out. And I'm like, what are you on? I'm like, you taking perks? He's like, no, man, dope. And when I was growing up, my dad called every drug dope. Weed was dope, coke was dope, heroin, everything was dope. So I'm like, dope. You smoke weed? He's like, no, heroin. I'm like, oh, you sniff it? He's like, no, I bang it. Now, again, I have no idea what bang means. I thought that he was sticking up his ass. I'm like, I asked him, I'm like, you stick up your ass? He's like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, I shoot it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, what's the difference? I tell him my little story. So he's like, you want to find out? And I'm like one of them guys where I'll try anything once in my mind. Like, I think that I'll try anything once. So he shoots up a little bit of heroin in my right arm. And I stand up, and I'm walking away with him, and I'm like, man, what am I going to feed? And my knees buckle, and it's on. From that second, I didn't want nothing else except to feel that the way I felt when he injected that drug in my system. So for the next probably 7 months, I went on like 11,000, and people were like, it's impossible to spend $11,000 in drugs in 7 months. Well, it's not impossible when you're white and where you live, it's hard to get drugs. So everywhere you go, they're charging you double or triple for whatever it is. So it was really easy for me to to spend that amount of money in that little bit of time. So in that time as well, my wife leaves me, takes my daughter, and I hit this like rock bottom, what everybody talks about. I go to rehab, and I go to a VA for rehab, right? And I get clean for the first time, and I meet this girl, and she's a doctor. So I'm talking to her. I come out, and I move into her house, right? And I'm clean now, probably for like a year. And she was paying for everything. Huge house, two cars, pool, everything, anything I wanted, I got. So she owned a house in Panama City. So she goes down there for the week with her mom and her best friend's mom. And she leaves me $500 on the table for the week. Normally, $500 would be great. But I get that itch, you know? And I'm like, she's not here. I can do this one time. So I spend the $500 in like 3 minutes. That's gone. And I'm playing on the computer, and I'm kicking around this jewelry box. And I didn't know it was a jewelry box. And I steal all the jewelry just to get cut through that. I steal all the jewelry. The police said it was roughly $19,000 worth of jewelry. And I steal a bunch of other shit. I was a real piece of shit then. And she comes home, and it takes about a couple months for her to realize that this shit is going, right? So I tell her I had to sell it for a debt because two of my brothers are pagans in the motorcycle club. And I was like, yeah, I had a debt with these guys, and I had to pay it. And she was like, well, you didn't have to steal my jewelry. You could have just asked me for the money. And I was like, fuck. Well, it's too late. So she stays with me, and I fuck up again, and she's at work, and I get high, and I pass out at a stop sign at an intersection. Cop comes up to the car, knocks on the window. He says, roll the window down. I roll the window down. Now, I'm in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, but I am completely drenched in sweat. And the cop goes, where's the drugs? And I said, I don't do drugs. I don't know what you're talking about. Gets me out of the car, puts me up against the car, searches my pockets. And in this pocket, he found a bag of heroin. Now, the bag was super old. I didn't know the bag was in my pocket. As if I knew, it wouldn't have been there, obviously. So I look, and I say, oh, wow, what's that? And he goes, you know what this is? And he's like, you better start getting honest with me. So I tell him, I said, officer, you're not going to believe this. I said, and you probably heard it before. I said, but these aren't my pants. he laughs. He says, "So that's the story?" I said, "That's the truth." Takes me to jail, right? I call my mom to come get me because they're letting me go, right? My mom hangs up on the first sentence. Click. So I call my girlfriend from the hospital. She shows up, and the whole hospital get up, Doogie Howsard up, takes me home. The cop calls her, tells her what happened. She kicks me out 11 o'clock at night in January with a pair of fucking Jordan sandals and shorts and a t-shirt. So I go to another VA, get my life back together. Come home. I'm doing good. I got an apartment, all this shit. I violate my probation that I'm on. So the judge sends me to state prison. Now, he sends me to state prison for, because I stole that girl's jewelry. After she kicked me out, she reported, the jewelry missing to the homeowner insurance, and it was a whole deal. That she had to file a police report. And I had also gotten a charge because I was getting cigarettes from a convenience store clerk, and he got caught, and he gave me up. And you can Google that, and the whole pictures are on there. It's Tony Madilia, Madilia. It'll pop right up. So I go to prison, right? I'm in court first. The judge, the lawyer I paid, right, says, "Oh yeah, the worst you're going to get is like 6 months upstate." And I'm like, "They don't send people upstate for 6 months." He's like, "Well, you got all this time credited." I'm like, "Okay." So the judge gives me the 3.5 to 7 years. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "What happened to the 6 months?" He's like, "Well, you wanted to make an example out of you." So they ship me out, right? I get to prison. Now, I've been in jail, and little shit. But I get to prison, and the first place I go, it looks like fucking Auschwitz. It's January, fucking, everything's cold, smokestacks. People are fucking lined up like zombies, walking the buildings. I get there, and the first thing that they do is they put me in with a pedophile. Now, I don't know he's a pedophile at first. He tells me this whole story, and how he owned a fucking zoo, and he was here on tax fraud or whatever. So I just didn't feel comfortable with it. But somebody had come to the prison who knew him. So they tell me, "Hey, look, this dude, you raped a 13-year-old girl." And I'm like, no. So this guy goes to the extent of fucking having his people mail paperwork in to show me. So in prison, if you get a pedophile felony, you're in there with a pedophile, and you aren't a pedophile either. It's your job, to get him out of your cell. Either he has to check in, which means he has to check himself into the hole, or you got to fuck him up. So I go to this guy. He finally admits it, and I tell him, "You got to go." So he tries to check in, but the sergeant comes over, and he said, "Look, if he goes to the hole and checks in, you're going to go with him." And I'm like, so either way, it's a lose situation for me. If I stay in the cell with him, they're just going to throw piss and shit in our cell. That's going to suck. Or I beat the shit out of the guy and I go to the hole, or he just goes and we both go. So I hang the curtain up. The sergeant walks away, and the guy's like, "Oh, you got to take a shit. I'll get on my bed." And I was like, "No, man. I'm going to fuck you up." So we fight, and I beat the shit out of him, and I go into the hole for like 45 days. Then they ship me off to Pittsburgh. Now I'm at Pittsburgh. Look, that's the oldest state prison in the state of Pennsylvania. And that place was the absolute worst place I've ever been in my life in the States. Rats the size of fucking big cats. A lot of lifers, death row, gang shit. And I'm just trying to do my time, And I've seen a lot of shit there, man. I seen dudes get cut over 28-cent bags of ramen noodles. I seen a kid run his poker debt up to like $1,000, and he got the debt sold. So what that means, if you're not with this, he owed my boy $1,000 for the poker table, and he couldn't pay it. So I'm walking the track with my boy, and he's like, what am I going to do? And I was like, well, you got two choices. I was like, you can either fuck him up or you can let him burn you, and then everybody's going to think that you're soft and they're never going to pay you. So this Muslim comes over and he says, hey, I heard so-and-so owes you $1,000. She said, look, I'll buy the debt for $300 in ice cream tickets. In state prison, ice cream tickets are money, you know? So he's like, yeah, I'll do it. So the next day he sells the debt, gets the $300 in ice cream tickets. And pretty much, you know what that means now. What that means is now that debt belongs to the Muslim dude, and the kid can't pay it, so he's going to pay it with his ass. And that's pretty much what he did. I walked by the cell a couple times, and the kid was on the desk naked playing guitar. I seen the kid walk to the chow hall a couple of times and have to use his coat to sit on the steel stool to eat because his ass was so fucking sore that he couldn't sit on the steel. I seen a guy get his face opened up, looked like the fucking Joker, and in the chow line with a razor blade and melted into a toothbrush. Blood went everywhere, and those times, you know what I mean? You don't do shit. I just stepped over the pool of blood, grabbed my tray, and went to eat. It's like every day. And I mean, I've gotten into fights in there too. And if you can't fight, you learn to fight, or you're just gonna get beat up all the time. But so I do my time, and I come home. I go to a halfway house. They put me in a halfway house. Now the halfway house is state run, and it's worse than prison. It's like they let you out of prison and they just put you into a smaller prison in a shitty neighborhood. So I'm there for like 10 days. I get into a fight. They send me back. No, they send me back to state prison. I'm only out 10 days. So I'm back at state prison for about 6 months in Philadelphia, Graterford. And I come home. I go to a VA. And this is where I kind of start to turn my life around. I turn my life around. I get clean. I get a job at the VA. I'm working there. I meet this girl, this woman from Brazil. She had just moved from Brazil to the area. I met her, and we start dating, and everything's going good. We move in together. We start a business, a cleaning business, residential, commercial, power wash, anything. I mean, I'm hustling pretty much, but it's a legitimate business, and I do well with it. And I'm out for two and a half years, and I'd say May of 2019, I relapsed one night, and I used half a bag of heroin. And I was in front of my house. I was taking the trash outside to throw away. And as I came back around the house, I'm on my sidewalk, walking to my door that's 20 feet from me, and the cop pulls up and asked me a bunch of stupid questions. And then he searched me, and he found a syringe in my pocket and took me back to the station. And I sat in prison again for 11 more months in Chester State Prison, which wasn't as bad as Pittsburgh, but it was still state prison, and I wasn't home. So either way, it sucks. So I'm there for about 11 months, and I'm supposed to get out in 6, but the prison system is so fucked up, and they don't give a shit about anything except for money. My paperwork gets lost. I end up doing the 11 months, and I come home finally and move back in with, my fiance, who's now pregnant, and, I'm doing my job, working, and I've been clean since May of 2019, the last time I used, and just fucking living life. But in prison, it's just crazy or in life in general, because people think that because you're in the military and you did great, and you went to college and you got a degree and you worked in radio and you had a job with the Department of Veterans Affairs, a federal job, fuck it, I worked for a prison, I did all these things, and then they wonder like that they think it's like it's impossible for somebody like that to fuck their life up, but it's not impossible. And so now I'm here, and I was watching your show before. This was probably like 2018 still, like before Christmas. I started watching and started getting into, watching the YouTube channels and shit. And I don't know. I like your shit. I like your show. The people who are in the chat, in the lives, are usually really funny. And so that's pretty much it. I mean, I've seen a lot of shit, more stuff than I told in the story. But in Afghanistan, I've seen some crazy shit. In prison, I've seen some wild shit. And in life general. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. And yeah, I'm doing all right.
You've been on the channel for quite some time. So first of all, okay, I got several questions. Let's start off with this one. I feel bad in a sense because that was such a fucking good story, like that you need a bigger platform for people to hear it. Have you ever tried to contact what's that fucking idiot with the prison channel? Fuck, what's that nerd's name?
I know which one.
The fucking dweeb.
Yeah, but he don't even do prison content anymore. He did that shit at first, but now it's like about him buying and flipping houses.
No, not that guy. The other nerd. 23 and Dumb.
There's Larry Lawton.
Who the fuck's that?
He's another one I just started watching. A federal prison guy. He was like a jewel thief.
Nah, fuck that guy. No, I'm talking about 23 and Dumb. Have you ever tried to contact him? You got a good fucking story, man.
Yeah, no, I never did. I never seen that one.
Yeah, he's pretty stupid. All right, so let's back up the story. First of all, this story was way better than I thought. I didn't even stop you one time. I just kind of let you kind of talk. Let's go back to Afghanistan when you were like, so you got blown up by an IED, or was it an rocket propelled grenade?
No, it was an IED. It was 2 IEDs actually, and the reason that they didn't go off right away is because in the convoys, there's a device that we use called a Warlock jammer, which disrupts the frequencies between the receiving end and the detonation end of the explosive. But that only has like a 3-hour. It expires. It has battery-wise 3 hours. So we've already used it for a little while. So by the time we got into this ambush, that Warlock jammer expired, and that's how they were able to set the 2 IEDs off. And it was one in the front and one in the back of the convoy. So it was like the one in the back went off, and then we kind of got away from it and ran up towards the front, and that's when the second one went off. But there was no RPG. I mean, I've been in situations with RPG, but this time it was rifle and small arms. Okay, so
it was 8 of you guys, and you said 6 died?
Yeah. Six died from the result of the injuries from the IED.
Okay. Did anybody tell you, or did they reconstruct the story of what possibly happened after you shot him? Did you kill the guy? How did they get to you? I mean, what happened? You shot him? They got right up.
Yeah, like I said, we tried to call an airstrike, but we couldn't because of the villages. So they told us that we had to wait for ground reinforcement, the Marine Battalion. And they were about roughly 3 hours away from us. So we had to fight these guys off. And it's not like, I'm not trying to make it sound like this is fucking Lone Survivor and there was like 2 million of these guys. But I mean, there was a few, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know the exact numbers. I mean, I know that I killed a few guys, and a couple of the other guys I was with killed a few guys. And, yeah. And then when that happened, what happened was they sent somebody down to check everything out. And when they send one guy came down, and that said that situation. And that's the last thing I remember. Because I lost a lot of blood. The last thing I remember is it was he turned around because he thought I was dead, and I kicked my foot on the rocks, and just, so he heard it, and he turned around, and he kind of like bent over a little bit to look at me like, is he dead? And he got a little closer and a little closer that I felt comfortable that I could make the shot from pretty much my hip, and I shot him twice, and then I kind of got tunnel vision, and then that was it. And then I woke up like I said, it was like 6 months later in a hospital.
What do you think about Muslim people nowadays?
I mean, I respect every religion. It's not the religion that was the problem there. I mean, it was. I looked at things this way, and this is the way I still look at things to this day. I'm in Afghanistan, okay, and my goal is to come home. Everybody's goal is to come home, okay? Everybody will feed you a line of shit like my goal is to defend the free. Now, listen, motherfucker, your goal is to come home in one piece, okay? So whatever is standing in front of me that's going to prevent me from getting home to my family, whether you're white, you're black, you're Asian, Puerto Rican, yellow, brown, purple, I'm going to go through you if I have to. Okay, and that was my mentality. And if you're shooting at me, I'm shooting back at you. To me, it wasn't about religion. And even coming home and being in prison now, you got to realize now I'm in this prison near Philadelphia, which is one of like the biggest. I mean, it was like the fucking Mecca there, and it wasn't really a big problem, It's the extremists and those soldiers who are trained. That's what they do. That's what they do. They're no different than us. I mean, they think what they're doing is right, and we think what we're doing is right.
Right, right. Okay.
I mean, that's the way I look at it.
All right. So I know that in war, from what I've been told, the rules of engagement are that you can't just go around start killing people. They have to basically pull a gun and point it at you for you to return.
It's different. See, I was an EOD, so I was attached. I wasn't a Navy SEAL. I wasn't. I worked with them guys, okay, a lot. And
why weren't you a Navy SEAL?
Because I was an EOD. I went to.
So you weren't trying to be one.
No, but I worked with them guys. A lot of those teams always have an EOD tech. Usually, each team has 2 or 3, sometimes 4 EOD techs that work with them. That they call it attached to them. I ride with them. I lived with them guys, but I wasn't a SEAL. So it's a little different. Like you take back then, this was 2001, 2002. Like I said, this was back when it was the Wild West, where if it didn't look right, it didn't feel right, you pulled the trigger, and it was a lot more loose. Now, I talk to guys that I know that are still in, that, before they go out on a mission at night, they have to give account of all of their rounds. And then when they come back, they have to count those rounds. And then for every round that's missing, you have to have an explanation for that. Or the rules of engagement change to the point where before you return fire, now you're taking fire, and you got to get permission from 3 different people to engage before you can engage. Now, whether or not people are really doing that is one thing, but that's what the rules are now. But I mean, if I'm there and you're shooting, I'm shooting back.
Have you ever known anybody? You don't. Any question I ask you, you don't got to answer.
Yeah, I know.
But have you ever known somebody or have heard of somebody who I don't want this question to sound stupid, but have you ever known anybody that would let's just say shoot first and that's it? Just not a serial killer, but I think this guy's up to some shit. I'm just gonna shoot him.
No, I okay. I mean, I know guys that have done that, and sometimes it was wrong, and sometimes it was right. I've done it in a situation where um, we were we were in a town in the Kunar province in the Hindu Kush in the mountains up in Afghanistan, and a naked woman, she came walking around these buildings, and she was walking towards us, and she was probably like 100 yards away from us, or maybe a little bit more, and it didn't look right, you know. And so I'm looking through binoculars, and then I'm looking through my scope, and I see her. She's real scared. She looks nervous, and the interpreter is telling her to stop and to go home, go, turn around, go back, and she just keeps coming. And then he's telling her, if you keep coming, we're gonna shoot you. And she just kept coming, and without asking her I shot her twice, and she crumpled down, and then like maybe 10 seconds later, she fucking exploded. Ta-dum! Loud as shit. She was wired up from under her armpits around her back, and was probably forced, by Taliban. Probably had her family hostage or threatened to kill her family if she didn't, do what she did. They probably thought that we were going to see a naked girl and try to fuck her or something, you know what I mean? And then we were going to bring her over and gangbang her, and then she was going to blow us all up. But now, if I would have done that and I got down there and there was nothing there, would I have felt terrible? I probably would have felt terrible for a brief period of time, but I would have had to let it go, because if you carry that shit with you and you start to second guess yourself, that's how you get killed, So, yeah, but I know guys that did that. I knew guys that would fucking kick open doors and just fucking pray and spray. We called it, just spray a living room. And sometimes people.
Let's talk about those guys, because those guys interest me. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a unit, right? So everyone had, like, a unit, a club, a clique, whatever. They always have the tough guys. They have the scaredy cats. They have the funny guys, whatever. So in a unit, there's always that one guy, right? That you, like, not always, but there'll be a guy that you said, what do you call it? Pray and spray? What do you call it?
Pray and spray, which is like I said, like you said, there's always them guys. There's the guy who, when you're back at base, he'll be cleaning his rifle and his pistols, talking about how he can't wait to get some Haji ass, and he can't wait to fucking kill somebody, and I can't wait. And then as soon as you get into a firefight with him, he's that guy that's behind the fucking wall with the rifle between his legs, shaking because he's scared to shit. And then you got the guy who, like you said, is the one who has been deployed for too long, lost his fucking mind, just found out that his girlfriend is fucking the next door neighbor's kid. She stole his house, his car, his truck, his money, and he don't give a fuck about nothing. That's the guy who is the one that's kicking in the doors and spraying and doing the out of pocket shit, because they just don't care.
Okay, are guys like that? How are they looked at by their fellow soldiers and the higher ups?
Some, like, back in those times, it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, oh, you gotta watch out for Rod. He's fucking crazy. Like, stay away from him. Well, when you get a new guy, you'd be like, listen, you're gonna see him do some fucked up shit, whatever, but he's a good guy. Nowadays, you're going to fucking court. They're sending you to prison for the rest of your life.
Okay, yeah.
For shit like that. I knew a guy who got 5 years because he was sending home trophy pieces. So he found a pistol, took a pistol off a dead fighter, Taliban, and he took it apart in individual pieces, and he sent it home. And I kept telling him, they're going to catch you. So eventually the commander, the captain, skipper of the entire unit, called him into the office, sat him down, took that pistol that he sent home out of his desk, completely reassembled and just slid it over. You know what I mean? And they found it in the mail. I knew guys that we found money over there. I got pictures on my Facebook sitting on stacks of $100 bills, $500,000 on skids. And I knew guys that took money, sent it home. I've helped guys. I never did it because at that time I was like all about being in the military for life, but I didn't tell anybody for doing it. And like I said, I would help guys, teach them how to take apart a VHS tape, roll up the money, put it inside, fill it with cotton balls, reassemble it, take the black Sharpie, fill in the plastic on the outside, reassemble the tape, put it in plastic, heat it, send it home. You know, and some guys got caught, some guys didn't. But a lot of crazy shit like that happens.
So you've never ever stole anything, like when it comes to jewelry?
No, not while I was over there. No, when before drugs, yeah, I never did nothing like that. I mean, I went to fucking whorehouses and stuff like that, and in different countries in Europe when we were deployed over there and stuff like that. But I never did drugs. I never stole. I never did anything wrong because I was afraid I would get kicked out. And at that time, I had invested so much of myself into that, you know, I didn't want to lose it. But in the military, people will also realize that you've got everybody coming from all four corners of the fucking country. And you got guys that come in that have never swam, guys that have never brushed their teeth on a regular basis, guys that have never had more than $100 in their bank account in their whole life. And now you put them into the situation where they get all these things. They bring that mentality with them from before they came. And you know, you got the guys that would steal and get high all the time and live their life like they were living before. And they would just do it until the wheels fell off and until they got kicked out.
Have you ever seen or heard of a circumstance where one of these pray and spray guys literally just did it just a straight murder? Like maybe you've seen it where you're like
murder. I guess. I mean, the one guy, like I said, I use this as an example, but the one guy found out his wife. He was pissed off. He found out his wife was left him, took the kids. Everything in his life back home was fucked up, and he had nothing to go home to. And he fucking kicked in the door, and he fucking sprayed up a living room full of fucking people that were just, and I don't glorify it, but that's what he did. And I remember the guys we were with were like, the fuck are you doing? I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. And it's just fuck it. And then we just went to the next house. And people are going to be on here, and they're probably not on your channel, but in other situations will be like, that's murder. That's what it is. But it wasn't me that did it. But
right.
People are fucked up. There's people just like in the real world, psycho, fucking serial killers, psychopaths. Those guys fucking are in the military. And if you ever look about these guys that in the serial killers, a lot of those guys did time in the military. You know?
Yeah. No. I just visited the grave of a guy that was executed. He was He was in the Vietnam War. So
yeah, a lot of those serial killers and like mass murderers and shit. A lot of those guys served in the military, and you know, they got out. But think about the ones that didn't, the ones that stay in and are doing that shit.
So what's your story now? You went to prison and got out. Do you have a job now? Are you still with that chick that you robbed for the jewelry?
I got out of prison this past April 27th. Just not even 3 months ago. After I had that parole violation, I have.
Oh, so you were on my channel and then you went to prison.
Yeah.
Were you thinking about me when you were in prison?
I did, yeah, but I did tell guys about a couple of guys I fuck with. I was telling them about the channel.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not trying to say you were fantasizing about me, like nothing gay. I was.
Yeah.
I wonder if you're like, I wonder what this guy thinks about
I
this.
definitely was.
Oh, okay, very
Because
good.
everybody talk about their YouTube channels and whatever, and I was telling them about this dude. And so yeah, I got out. I moved back home, and yeah, I mean, I live in a nice 4-bedroom house in a nice neighborhood, real nice. I have 2 cars. I own a business. I work every day. And I just came back from vacation. I'm doing normal shit, and staying clean, and you know, trying to stay. You know, that's what takes me. That's what. If the only thing that's ever going to take me back to prison is if I get high again. You know, that's it. Because the days of getting cigarettes from fucking convenience stores and stealing jewelry from my fucking girlfriend and doing dumb shit like that are over. So I have a probation officer that comes to my house once a month, and that's it.
Are you on methadone?
No, Suboxone right now.
Okay, so
I'm on the Suboxone day maintenance for 1 year, and then they're gonna take me. Then they walk me off of it. I did it before, and it works. Other people give me shit about that and say that you're not clean. It's one drug to another. But the thing I say to people is that when I use heroin, I rob, I steal, I commit crimes, and I either go to rehab or I go to jail. Okay? Now, when I'm on the Suboxone, I work, I pay my bills, I take care of my family, I stay out of prison, and I stay out of rehabs, and I do good things. So if I've got to pick one of those things to do, I'm going to choose the Suboxone every time, because that's the results I get from that. So, and I really don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks anyway, so it doesn't matter.
What's the worst thing that you've seen in prison, like in front of your very eyes,
I would say probably there's a couple. I'll tell 2 quick. There was this kid, right, who was hanging out with the Aryan guys, and there's not many. The Aryan Brotherhood isn't a big thing in Pennsylvania, but they're in there a little bit. So this one kid wanted to be in Aryan Brotherhood, and he was like this little fucking dork geek, you know, and he was like their crash dummy, and I felt so bad for the kid. I mean, he probably was mentally fucked up.
Wait, but before you tell everybody what a crash, I know what it is, but tell everybody what a crash dummy is.
A crash dummy, he's like he's the kid that they send to do all the dumb shit. Like, you see that guy over there? Yeah, I don't like him. We don't like him. Go punch him in the face. Or, hey, we need you to carry these drugs out into the yard. So go ahead, you do it. Like, he's the guy that they make do everything that they're afraid to do because they don't want to get caught.
Yeah.
So they tell him, all right, look, you want to be down? You want to be down? I'm standing there playing cards, and I hear this conversation. So they give this kid a fucking shank. And they call him, in the places I was, they call him bangers or whacks or whatever. But so he gives him this shank. And he says, you see that dude over there doing the pull-ups or whatever? The kid's like, yeah. He's like, all right. He's like, you want to put in work. That's what they call it. To join the gang, you got to put in work. So he's like, you want to put in work? He was like, here. He goes, he's like, go put this in him. So the kid then, they hand him the thing. And the kid, you could see all the color leaves his face. He's scared to shit. And he doesn't move. And then the guy's like, look, motherfucker. He was like, you want to do this? This is what you want. He was like, I said, I'm going to give you a choice. He says, you go put this in him. He said, or I'm going to put this in you. So I didn't think the kid was going to do it, but he goes over and the guy's doing pull-ups. And he took this fucking shank with his right hand. And this kid almost leaned down and touched the ground with it. And, swung it, wham, like a fucking gorilla, into this dude's neck. he pulled it out. And when he pulled it out, I don't know what he hit. I don't know if he hit a fucking artery or whatever, but a fucking squirts of blood came out of this dude like 10 feet. And then he stuck him like 4 more times. And everybody runs off. The guards in the tower fucking make everybody get down. And they had the life flight. They had to have a helicopter land in the yard, take this dude to the hospital. I don't know if he lived or died, but that was pretty fucked up. And then I was in a chow hall and standing in line, and there was a guy about 2 people in front of me, and I knew him. He was known around the prison for, running up drug debts, not paying. He was a fucking piece of shit. And I seen these guys at the table. They were taught, when you're in prison and you do a lot of time, you start to be able to develop like that sixth sense for like to be able to feel tension or situations like that. And you could see these guys who were talking, and they were pointing at him and looking at him. And I seen it. I seen the dude pass him, whatever it was, under the table. The guy took it, and then he got up and he got in line. And he started cutting in line, like, oh, excuse me. Oh, let me get up here with my boy real quick. And it's not a big deal in prison. It happens. You let him go. So the dude gets up, and now this guy is one person in front of me, right? Other guy goes and gets the tray. Now the dude who gets cut, they wait until he gets his tray. Now, because both of his hands are occupied with holding this tray, this motherfucker came up, and he fucking cut him from what do they call it, $1.50? It cut him from his ear all the way down through his lip. And his fucking face opened up like a zipper, right? It was like a fucking horror movie. Like, you could see, when he screamed, you could see his teeth exposed from the cut. You know what I mean? He looked like half face or whatever they call him from fucking Batman. It was bad, and blood went everywhere. Squirted. There was the pool of blood on the floor, and I was next up in line, and I got my tray. I seen the whole thing. The guy who cut him looked dead in my face, and he walked off. He never got caught because it was an old prison, not a lot of cameras. So I step over this dude around him and get my tray, and I go down and I eat. And then later that night in yard, the guy who cut him came up to me, and he was like, yo, homie, he's like, yo, what happened to Chow today? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, what happened? He's like, did you see anything happen today? He's like, I heard some shit went down. And I'm like, no, man. I was like, I didn't see shit. I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, all right, that's what's up. And then he walked away. That was his way of letting me know, I know you've seen the shit. And,
I would have said, yeah, you just fucking stabbed the fuck out of a guy right in front of me. You fucking crazy bastard.
Sure.
Okay,
and then I would have got stabbed later.
All right, I got a question for you.
Right.
Okay, are you willing to take questions from the audience?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. I got a question I want to ask first, and then I'm looking for 4 legitimate questions from the subscribers, whoever watching. I'm looking for 4 legit questions, whether it's from the military action, from the prison, and then I want like 2 ridiculous fucking weird ass questions. So my question doesn't count. So my first question is, who gives the best blowjobs in the prison that you did time in?
Well, I don't know personally because I never have received a blowjob in prison.
Yeah, okay.
But okay, so there's the first part. The second is we had things in there called granny trannies or he-she's, dudes who were getting the hormone shots. So there was guys in there that had tits bigger than girls I knew.
Yes.
And the dudes would wear fucking one guy in particular would wear he took the mop head, the ropes and shit, and made a wig from it and ordered lipstick and shit off of commissary and would wear it around yard. And those guys, they have boyfriends, and if you looked at like guys out here on the street, they're like, yeah, fuck them guys, or they'll say whatever they want. If you go into prison and you see a dude like that with the tits and everything, and you say some shit like faggot or something like that, the 6'9" black dude who's been in prison for fucking 39 years is going to be the one that steps up and says, don't ever disrespect my bitch like that. You know what I mean? And
nice.
But yeah, there's the granny trannies, I would bet.
All right, that was disgusting. All right, so we're looking for 4 legit questions and then 2 silly ass, ridiculous, fucking fucked off questions that you should be embarrassed to ask him, but I'm still gonna. So we're looking for 4 legit questions. Let's see. That's that stupid question. Okay, hey Paula from Australia. She wants to know if you're from New York State.
No. Pennsylvania.
Okay, he's from PA. Okay, that was a legit question. That's not a funny question. That's a ridiculous question. We don't want him to do that.
That doesn't count.
Okay, David Alvarez says, what was worse, war overseas or prison?
Definitely prison.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely prison. And overseas, I mean, you still can eat. Like, I was watching you pick that box apart, that fucking homeless box. You had that ramen soup, and I even made a comment, like taking the ramen soup and putting it in a bowl with the fucking tuna and sprinkling a little of the fucking beans on top, put some hot water in it. You know what I mean?
Damn,
you didn't get to eat, the food was trash. You don't get to do shit. You're in your cell all day, especially with the corona. Before I got out, we were locked in our cell all day long. I had a TV, but that was it. Overseas, I mean, you still can get pussy. You can still, work out, do whatever. You're free still. In prison, you ain't nothing but a number.
All right, we got a legit question. Let's see. Okay, this is a legit question. What's it like in the shower room? Like what's the setup? Okay, basically, like what I think he's saying is like what's up with the shower room? Like what's going on in there? All that bullshit.
Here's how it goes. The first prison that you go to at intake, the showers are wide open at the prison I was at. So, you got 15 guys in the shower, okay? Now, if nobody gets naked, I mean, that's a rule. So everybody showers in their boxers. And, you got when you first go, you don't get shower shoes. So you wear your boots, and you shower up, and then you go back to your cell. No crazy shit goes on. And then when I got to my main prison where I did the majority of the time, the showers are individual. But there might be 15 in a row, and each tier has 15 showers. There's 5 tiers. So when you get to that prison, it's a little different. So when you go to the shower, if you know what you're doing, you don't go by yourself. You take a buddy, and that's like a guy that he's going to stand at the door and watch your back. You got the steel door shut, and you're showering, and he's watching to make sure nobody tries to run up on you, nobody tries to fucking go in your cell while you're taking a shower, rob you, and then when you're done, he showers, you watch out for him, and you go back. But if you don't, like I said, I've seen guys that didn't have buddies that had debts and shit, get ran up on in the shower and get poked, get stabbed, get beat up. But it's not the prison I was at. The showers weren't that crazy.
Okay. I'm looking. Okay, so now I'm looking for a ridiculous question. No one's really coming up with a. No one's coming up with any like. All right. Listen, I got a ridiculous question. So this is gonna count against the one.
Right.
When you went into prison, let's say you got 4 years flat. If that fucking mop head tranny weirdo freak said, "Listen, let me suck your dick for 5 minutes. You don't gotta come, but you gotta let me
No.
suck your dick for 4 minutes, and then you get released. Would you have done it?
No way.
Okay.
No,
You'll do the
we
4
always-
years.
We don't just sitting around. The guys, you know, we would always kid around and ask each other questions like that. Like, if you seen a big, fat, disgusting guard who was like 400 pounds, fat, sweaty Betty, disgusting, oily, pimples everywhere, looked like a train wreck naked, you would say some shit like, look, you got to fuck her right now around the world. You got to lick it from head to toe, and you got to come inside of her, and you can go home in 6 months. Tomorrow, would you do it? You know, shit like that, and the same thing. Yeah, and we'd ask the same shit. Would you fucking? Nobody's gonna. There's guys that are gonna say yeah, and they're gonna do it, but they just say no. But me personally, no way. I'm definitely not doing that at all, ever. And the same thing, I've seen guys that standing in pill line who will make fun of the homos or the granny trannies and the guys that do that shit and pick on them, make fun of them, bully them, and then those are the same guys that I'll see sneaking out of that dude's cell all sweaty, fucking buttoning up their pants. You know what I mean? Right before it's time to lock in and shit. Like, so there's a lot of undercover fucking weirdos. But me personally, no, I'll just do my time and then come home and fucking be untampered with.
Somebody has a serious question. Do criminals respect people that were in the military? Like, do you get any like, you know, like do you get any like respect or what have you?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, a lot of times you do. It's not like it's not like I go into prison and then I just like get a bullhorn and let everybody know I was in the military. But once you tell your cellie and your guy you live with, and he tells a couple other people, and then everybody starts to know, you do get a little, but then it's also a double-edged sword, because then you get that guy who is like, wants to test you, like, motherfucker, I don't care if you were in the military, and just because you're in the military, it doesn't mean that, like, you can fight, or that you're tough, or that you're fucking bulletproof, but these guys, they think that you think that way, and they want to fight you, you know. So I've gotten into fights with guys who, you know, just want to test you. But a lot of times you do get a little bit of respect, and you get a little clout from the guards a lot of times, because a lot of those guards are ex-military. So
yeah.
A lot of times I was able to, if I needed some information or if I needed to get a move done, hey, I'd go up to the guard that fucked with me because he was military. He knows I'm military. You know, hey, can I run this over to my boy over here in an area I'm not supposed to be? You know, and he'd be like, yeah, hurry up, make it quick. So it helps you out a little bit, but you don't get any special treatment. You still get the same fucking shitty meals and the same punishment as everybody else.
Okay, we're looking for a final question. We're looking for a shitty question, guys. Dig deep to all my trolls. Come up with a good, shitty, disgusting, nasty question. Way worse than mine, because mine was pretty light. You know, personally, for 4 years, get my dick sucked by a tranny, I would probably say no. But then again, I would ask for 24 hours so I could sleep on it, because I want to go home. So we're looking for a shitty question.
Yeah, but then there's other things to that. It's like, okay, you get your dick sucked by the dude, and nobody knows. It's only you have to live with that, or does it happen and everybody has to know? You know what I mean? Like, there's things you got to add on to it.
Yeah, we're not getting any shitty questions. People respect you, which is a good thing, because that you just told us to not. But I'm looking for a shitty. No, guys, we're not looking for like stupid, like, guys. Okay, listen, guys, we're looking for like good ass, smart, funny questions. Okay, this ain't. I'm not gonna mention his name, but we're not on this motherfucker's stream where he's talking to 12-year-olds. Okay, this is an adult stream. Be fucking smart, be funny, be witty, be clever. This isn't fucking 7th grade fucking lowbrow humor. Okay, come on, guys. fucking help me out over here.
Yeah, there's no question that I'm not going to answer. Truthfully,
yeah,
I've been to every whore house you can think of. I've gotten every fucking disease besides fucking HIV and probably syphilis that you can think of. I've done it all.
These guys are not asking you good questions, so I'm gonna go. I'll ask you just a regular question. All right. When you were in Afghanistan, right? Because you know guys jerk off or whatever. And I'm sure like on the women's side, there's like a whore. Was there ever a story or a place that you knew of in Afghanistan where there were whores, Afghanistan whores, that people would go into the provinces and fuck?
Me personally, I've never seen that, but I've known guys that have met women and that have done that. Now we had workers on the base that they would hire from outside to come in and work, and guys were fucking them chicks.
And they were prostitutes, like they would get paid to fuck, or they were just
there was guys that were paying them, and there was a chick on our base who was in the military, and she got caught with like $10,000 in cash, and she had like $5,000 in uncashed checks, because she was fucking for money on base to like captains and fucking lieutenants and all kinds of shit. And when they busted her and they found all these checks from high up dudes, and it was a big thing. Like a lot of dudes got discharged. She got fucking sent out, got charged, and but yeah, there was enough whores that were in the military on the base that were fucking for money that you didn't have to go outside and look for it.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
When in your military service, when you're going through like the different provinces, maybe you're like looking in the houses for people. Have you ever seen a woman that was so good looking you were like, fuck, dude, like she doesn't belong here. She belongs in America, like with married some rich guy, like a hot woman?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Because like when you go into a house at fucking 2 a.m. or 3 a.m, you know, they're not all covered. They don't have the fucking garb and shit on. They're just normal chicks, you know? And, yeah, there's been times where you're looking at them and you're like, damn. And they're sitting there with a fucking dude with like half a beard. It looks just like he's got fucking pubic hair glued to his face. 4 fucking kids running around. They're living on a dirt floor, eating fucking 2-week-old fucking moldy bread, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you doing? But those women are so loyal to their fucking men and to their religion that it's not like Vietnam where dude's gonna go over and fucking and come home with an Afghani and marry her. And now I know guys that did that in different countries like Brazil, Portugal, Italy, Europe, and go overseas and meet chicks that way, but not in Afghanistan.
And when you see these kids eating like the moldy bread, I'm sure that fucking bothers the fuck out of you. Like you want to give them some kind of money or buy them food.
There's definitely times where, like, it depended on the situation, but like, when you would go over there, the kids would always run up to you and like want to look at your shit, you know, your gear and ever. And guys would give them candy and stuff. Like I would always take Jolly Ranchers and give candy to kids and stuff. Towards the end of the while I was there, but when I first got there, like I was so mean to the kids. And this is fucked up, but like if the kids would come up to me, I would like just smear them, like grab their face, push them, and scare the shit out of them so they wouldn't come near me, because I was always worried that the Taliban would use that as a way to, you know, try to blow us up or something. So I was always like so scared when I first went there that I just didn't want to, you know, talk or be around anybody. But as I got there and got to see that shit, like, yeah, there was times where, you know, I would take, I'd go out and take shoes with me in my bag, or socks, candy, baseball cards, money, and I've given money to, you know, we've gone into houses and gotten information from people and given them money. And
let me ask you about that really quick. Let's say there's a guy that's wanted, right? Like, let's say there's a guy that builds bombs, and you guys want this motherfucker, right? What
right.
In American dollars, what's the reward? What would be the reward for this motherfucker? And if the people tell you who it is and the information is good and you make the arrest, are these people eligible for asylum? Like, what happens to them?
What happens is, in the times that I've been involved in that, like, if we go into a house and we're like, look, we know Taliban's here. You know what I mean? We know you're not working with them, but we know that they're here. A lot of people are scared to death to talk, but if they talk, okay, you might give them $500 in cash. Okay, right there on the spot, you might give them $500 in their currency. Okay, and then what happens is you'll get them in touch. Now, if they want to work further with you, you get them in touch with a higher up, like a captain or a commander, and if they give you more information. The military, I've seen them do this. If their information leads to successful captures and arrests and shit like that, I've seen the military give a family indoor plumbing. I've seen houses rebuilt. I've seen shit like that. You know, people have gotten cars, indoor plumbing, telephone service, you know, things like that. And if a village, because it's a little different too. Like, these villages are so tight. If a village helps you, the same thing with a village. You might provide that village with water and food and you know, provisions and shit like that. That for as a village, if they work with the U.S. military. But I've given not my own personal money. There's money that we're given specifically for these situations. Bribe money. Like, we would always carry money on us in case we were ever separated or you know, or captured, or we had to bribe our way from village to village, or we had to be snuck, or you know, we were a prisoner and we escaped and we needed to get smuggled or let out somewhere, or it was bribe money, and everybody had bribe money, like $1,000 in U.S. money, because U.S. money is gold there. You know, I forget what the exchange rate is, but it's crazy.
Okay, all right. Well, listen, man, that was a fantastic fucking story. I'm gonna save your number. Do you mind if I upload this interview on my side channel?
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna upload it, and editor who's watching, please, we're gonna cut this interview with Tony M here, and we're gonna upload it on the other channel. Thank you, editor. All right, man. Hey, listen, we gotta talk off of YouTube again, because I got a billion questions to ask you, and we'll talk out over the phone. I'd like to, whenever you're not busy. And then, hey,
yeah,
you know, listen, you know, you're an interesting guy, and man, thanks for sharing that story, man. I appreciate it, man. That was a good fucking story. I didn't fucking interrupt you once because I was intrigued.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. And if you like I said before, if you ever get out this way, you know what I mean? You got a place to park your trailer, and you know, shower, food, and you know, if you need some work, you can fucking jump on with us for a couple of days, week, whatever, cash.
How far are you from Philly?
Like 40 minutes.
Hey, I'm gonna save your number. I'm gonna give you a call. I'll text you first before I call. We'll talk again next week for sure.
Yeah. All right.
All right, man. We'll you'll be hearing from me soon.
All right, guys.
All right, you have a good night.
And I say, everybody have a good night.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, later, bro.
That was a fucking good story. Fucking A. That guy. I felt bad in a sense because that guy should have told that story on the fucking 23 and Dumb because he has such a large whatever, but you know what I should have asked him? I should have asked him this. He was saying that people get indoor plumbing, but then here's the thing. If you're in a village where everyone shits and whatever, no one has indoor plumbing, and all of a sudden fucking Hamed has indoor plumbing, and then people are gonna be like, oh, this guy snitched. So that's gotta be kind of dangerous. You can't just like install a toilet in somebody's house, because then the Taliban's gonna go there looking for fucking toilets, and then they're gonna fucking fucking kill you. Hello. All right. I wasn't going to answer that phone, but it was a 213 number, and I'm from the 213. So, yeah, that was a good call. Great call, thank you, Tony M. And somebody did mention, ask a question if he has ever killed anybody. He said he did. And it's very rare that you will get somebody that will admit killing somebody. He said he killed that lady with the bomb. Fuck yeah. So that's a good call, man. Guys, I might be working for that guy. He has his own business, and we'll see what happens. Fuck, who knows? Very good. Anyways, the other person that was going to call in, this would be a good one, but they're not going to call. I don't know. So I tried. There he is. Yeah, but it was like, oh, hey, I'll tell you who they are. I need a fucking, I need electricity. And then like this house, and then at night the whole village is dark except for this fucking snitch house. Well, it's all lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. Oh, hey, what are you talking about? We didn't tell on you guys. Well, why is your house all like lit up? Like, why do you got electricity and everyone around you is using candles and torches like the medieval times? Like, I don't know. We just put the shit in ourselves. We just did it ourselves over here. Over here. Anyways, I guess the fucking the other person's not gonna call. I did text him, but they probably fell asleep. The other person, maybe they'll call in tomorrow. That would have been a fucking good fucking call. That'd have been a good fucking call. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Mr. Lincoln's in the building. What is up? Mr. Lincoln, very interesting call, to say the least. So. And listen, I got a message for all you assholes that were saying that he was lying. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you that fucking bored as a fucking troll that this guy is fucking telling this fucking crazy ass story, and then all you have in your fucking snivelly ass fucking troll fucking sleeve is, oh, you're lying. The fuck is wrong with you? That was a lie, huh? Got a fucking bunch of fucking. I got some shitty trolls. And you know what? I know where some of them came from too. I know where some of you motherfuckers came from too. You guys are fucking. Some of you guys, and listen, I don't hate you guys, but some of you fucking trolls, you're some low-brow, low IQ motherfucking trolls. You guys got no IQ. You guys are fucking dumb. You guys are fucking retarded. Oh, you're lying. Fucking, you got some fucking dullards tonight in here. Some fucking dullards. Is there any chicks that want to call in? We need a chick. We need a chick to call in. Is there a chick that's hot that is in love with me? Other than Gone with the Kill. Is there anybody in here? Oh, and Eddie Lynch. Is there anybody in here Anybody? No, we're looking MGK or MKC. We're 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 looking for chicks. If no chicks call, you can call in. But we're looking for chicks. I think it's too late. I think MKC is just already calling. Well, we gotta answer this. What's up, bro?
Hey man, it's me. How you doing?
I know what's going
Me,
on.
Mongolian Kids Cartoons.
I know
Not too
exactly
much.
who it is.
I heard you got a trailer.
I know. I already owned it. It was broken down for a year.
Nice.
I didn't want to pay for
So
it to
you
get
got that
fixed.
trailer.
Well, I did.
That's a good upgrade. That's a good upgrade right there. You just looking. Where do you park it at? Like, is it a good place at night you park it at?
I'm on a side street. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I can't move it tonight because I've already been drinking. So no, it's like a quiet little street. Well, as you can see, it's not that quiet because it's on a legit street. But probably the next day I'll probably move it. Is this the first time that you've called in?
No, I've called you before, but you always hang up on me.
Why is that?
I don't know. Last time I called you, you were pretty drunk.
I don't get drunk. I get
You hung
buzzed.
up on me.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, you were pretty buzzed. You're pretty buzzed.
Yeah, I don't get drunk.
But yeah, like out here in Oakland, there's like tons of places. I see people where they practically just live in their trailers nowadays with the coronavirus. There's so many trailers and such. But I live on a side street. I have all kinds of like places to park trailers and stuff. If you're ever in the area, you can just park it here outside my place.
Yeah, we'll keep in contact about that. So, okay, let me ask you: are you from California? Are you born there in the Bay Area?
Born and raised here my whole life.
Well, okay, so you live in Oakland. You sound pretty young. What are you, under 30?
Well, I mean, I'm at the edge of my 20s.
Okay, what do you? So you live in Oakland. What do you do for a living?
Well, I work in finance.
Okay, all right. So you could afford to live.
I'll just say that much.
Right. So you could afford to live in Oakland.
I mean, barely. I used to be when a few years ago, like, it was just like I was barely making ends meet. I would have no savings. I would have nothing at the end of the day after paying rent, paying utilities, paying for the overpriced food, paying for transportation to get to my job. But now I have a little more, so it's just all about like networking and connections and like bullying people into giving you a better salary at some point.
Okay, all right. Bullying. I see. Do you live by yourself?
Yeah.
Do you got a girlfriend? Do you have roommates? What's your situation?
Oh, I have roommates, but it seems like it's crazy because I live in this house and it's in a kind of it's an up and coming neighborhood, but all these roommates of mine have like left because of the coronavirus. They're just so terrified, or they can't even afford the rent anymore. So now it's just me in this house that has like 7 bedrooms, and there's not even anyone like here, which is kind of creepy. Because it used to be filled with people, and now it's just me. It's empty, and there's like lots of homeless people running around the neighborhood, stealing stuff, smashing car windows.
Are you paying rent in a 7-bedroom house by yourself?
Well, I mean, I have my own room of the big house that I pay rent for.
Oh, okay, all right.
It hasn't changed or anything, but like I'm sure my landlord is suffering. I'm sure he can't even like pay his mortgage or whatever. He'll probably just come to me and be like, "Yo, bro, I can't even pay my mortgage anymore. You gotta move out."
So
or something.
Okay, so what are you paying for a room right there?
Well, I got a deal. This is a big deal. I got like $700 a month for a room. That's a sweet deal in the Bay Area. And you can go on Trulia right now and try to find houses. You can try to find rooms for $700 a month in Oakland. You will not find one.
No,
you only find one for $1,000. Maybe a crappy room for like $900. But I got a sweet deal.
All right, so you pay $700 a month. Do you work in San Francisco or do you work in Oakland?
I work in Oakland.
All right, and you work in finance, and you got a car, you got a girlfriend. What are we doing?
Well, I don't need a car because there's so much public transportation. I can hop on the BART and be at work in like 2 minutes, so I don't really need a car. There's grocery stores everywhere, so I just kind of like walk places. If I walk 30 minutes, I'll be at work regardless.
What? Tell us.
This is the city.
Yeah. Tell us
it's like
about.
a dense city.
Wait, say that again.
Oh, it's like a dense city. San
Yeah.
Francisco's even denser. People,
Oh, yeah.
People shouldn't even have cars in San Francisco. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
People have cars in.
Yeah, in case people have never been to San Francisco, if you can imagine New York, San Francisco is a mini New York. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. That's just from what I've seen from when I go up there. It's very hard to park. If I were to live in San Francisco, like let's say if I got like a place, I would have a scooter or a bike. I would never even dream of having a car because it's just too difficult. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, and the parking is madness.
Yeah,
if you get a parking ticket, it's like $70 fucking.
You know,
I've had them before. It stinks.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Tell everybody that maybe they've never been to California, they don't live in the Bay Area, because the Bay Area doesn't get a lot of shine when it comes to like nationwide like media coverage. Talk about the homeless situation over there. What is it like? Like tell us shit like that you see.
What, the homeless situation?
Yeah.
Oh, it's miserable. I mean, you just walk outside and there's homeless everywhere. Like at this corner, they try to block off this entryway on the street that I normally ride those scooters, and it's just like tent cities. But we also have in Oakland, it's kind of spooky. We have these massive like camps that the mayor has built, little shed houses, and there's like 50 of them. There's one of these camps that like under the highway downtown. There's one up in my area in West Oakland. There's just like these camps, and they have guards that patrol these camps. Basically, they're little homes given to the homeless by the government, and these are like typically like the size of the tool sheds or whatever.
Yeah.
So people can just live in those and not have to live in the streets. And they've got security patrolling. So what I've heard is that the idea behind those was that families, like, you know, people who had once been middle class families could live in those things and have like just a place to get their life together. But only the biggest and baddest homeless people, the ones who like run the show, have taken over every single one of those homes, evicted, kind of bullied people out of those houses. So now like drug dealers and pimps and stuff live in these houses. You know, the top of the food chain when it comes to homeless people.
Why do you live?
Well, I mean, what?
Why do you live there?
No, that's not near my house. Like, it's not near me. It's like 2 miles away.
Oh, okay. So it's not in your neighborhood.
The mayor Libby Shaft has built these massive camps. you can find them on Google now.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. Yeah, Libby Shaft is a fucking trash bitch. She's trash.
And she won't even fix the potholes. The potholes too are mad. Like, you'll be driving your car and there's a 2-foot deep pothole and blow out your right tire.
Yeah, it's and for anybody that doesn't know, Oakland used to be very, very bad. Like, and I'm sure parts of it still are, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better, but it's changed in different ways.
So
a lot of people from San Francisco are moving over here because they can't afford it, so they live in Oakland now.
So where do all the poor people that used to live in Oakland in the 90s, like all the fucking hood motherfuckers, where do they move to? Do they move to like Vallejo or?
Yeah, it seems like they've been pushed to actually like Fruitvale, so like southern Oakland. You push them down towards the Hayward area, kind of like near the Coliseum. If you know what Oakland is like, they kind of just slowly move away into different areas.
Right.
But there is still a lot of Section 8 housing in West Oakland, and there's areas that have remained ungentrified, I guess you could say.
All right.
We'll see how the coronavirus changes it. We'll see if the market crashes. I hope it does, honestly.
You want the market to crash?
Well, I mean, it's just completely overvalued. Like, you know, it's the homes in my neighborhood with all these bums that I've talked about. The homes in my neighborhood are like $600,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. If you want a new house in West Oakland, it's going to cost you like $600,000. That's insane. And if you look at the crime in the neighborhood, like there's GTA right outside every night. Like, why would you buy a $600,000 house in a GTA neighborhood.
Well, okay.
It doesn't compute.
All right. So when you say you want the market to crash, are you talking about the housing market, or are you talking about like the stock market, or both?
No, the housing market.
Oh, okay. Market. No, I fucking agree.
I mean,
no. I think personally, the housing market in California is fucking ridiculously overinflated. I mean, beyond, it's to the point where, but here's the thing. What are the reasons why people are moving to California? They're moving to California
to get a job at Foodly, get a job at Google.
Get a job at Google, to get a job at Facebook.
Be a web developer.
Yeah. Do you want to be a fucking a rapper? You want to be a fucking social media whore? You want to be a YouTuber? You want to be an Instagram?
Well, they go to LA. They go to LA for that, actually. Like,
I'm talking about all of California. All of California.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bay Area. But if you want to talk about just the Bay Area, yeah, no, they want to get a job at fucking Google, at fucking Facebook, whatever fucking fake tech startup with fake fucking money that and way more than I do. I don't get that shit at all. It's fucking ridiculous. And then when you talk about the housing costs in Silicon Valley, I was just actually talking to a friend of mine who she was telling me that in the Bay Area, I guess Google allows their employees to sleep in the parking lot in their vehicles because it's so fucking expensive. Yeah. They're just like, just sleep in your car.
Yeah.
And they got,
Hey, that's smart though. That's a smart. I mean, would you pay $2,000 a month for rent when you could just pull up your van and let's say you had a job at Google, you could make $200,000 a year or whatever, but then you could just live in your van. Then you'd be keeping, a lot more of that money if you're not spending $2,000 in rent every month.
Yeah, $200,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Prices. Yeah, that's a lot of money. I would hope with $200,000, I would just have like a $3,000, $3,500 a month of one bedroom, and I'll pay it. But yeah, no, I mean, part of me would say like, I'll just live in my van. Now I would have a nice fucking van. I wouldn't live in this motherfucker now. But
there's a lot better cities to live in. Like Reno, for instance, is really up and coming. They're imitating California, but it's still a nice like lifestyle to live if you have a good job. Even if you're working at Popeyes, you can probably live in a house in Reno and afford to rent out. If you're like
fuck no, are you insane, dude? Fuck no, dude. Reno's expensive as shit now.
That was just a joke.
Yeah, well, it was an awful joke, dude. Because all you Bay Area weirdos, because here's the problem, dude. Okay, Tesla opened up their battery manufacturing plant in Reno, right? So you're thinking, oh, okay, cool. You get a fucking you get a company to move in and create jobs. But every time that shit happens, guess what? You get an influx of people. Oh, we're making $16 an hour. Okay, that's good jobs. That's quickly negated by the cost of the rent increase. It's so fucking stupid, and it doesn't drive me crazy because I live in a van and I don't give a shit. But I'm tired of these fucking people. Oh, we're gonna create jobs. It's gonna quickly. It doesn't fucking matter because the rent's gonna go up. So stay the fuck away. Like if these motherfuckers would start like building these fucking things in like the middle of nowhere where people don't want to live, okay, great. But then when you build it in Reno's not that far from the Bay Area. People will move. Next thing you know, your fucking one bedroom's $1,100-$1,200. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I'm just now I'm getting angry. You just made me get angry tonight.
Well, I would say just find a nice, peaceful place to, put your trailer and maybe upgrade your trailer in the future, because you can find places, even in California or Nevada, where you can get a deal to like park it for just like $400 a month in a nice gated area, and have all the utilities, hook it up to your trailer, and from there you can build upwards. I think trailer is the way to go, man. Like, I'm very proud of you for getting that trailer.
Oh, thank you.
Getting out of the van.
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's it still needs work. Hopefully it'll be fixed, but I'm gonna say this today. If I get 150,000 subs on my other channel, I'm getting a fucking nice van. Not like a super crazy van, but I'm gonna get a nice van. I'll get out of this trailer. But this trailer right now, I'm glad I got it. At first, when I got it back, I'm like, fuck, I think I made a mistake by getting it fixed because it's just cumbersome to have it. But you know what? I needed a fucking bed. I need a fucking table to sit at. I need a drawer so I can open up my drawer. I'm like, oh, there's my shit. I know where my shit's at. You know, it was.
What if you got like a truck? You could get a truck, and then there's these camper vans, and they come off the truck. I've seen them. So like, you have basically the camper van goes in the truck, but it also has an option where it can come off the truck. So you have the stationary camper van, and you can still drive the truck around places. And you kind of have like a base station.
A what? A camper van?
I don't know much about camper vans, but maybe someone else could fill me in on this. That there's these camper vans that they have these like legs, and they come off the truck, and then they can you can like leave the camper van and then reattach it to your truck. So it's just really handy.
I know what you're talking about. That's too much for a guy like me who travels a lot. That's not feasible. That's for somebody who's gonna stay somewhere for 3 months. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but traveling around.
Yeah, I'm. You know, dude. Next week, dude, I could be in fucking Indianapolis. I have no fucking idea.
Well, what about a big RV? What about a big?
Too expensive. Yeah. They waste too much gas. I drive too much. It would break down. It's not for the money. The way I travel, dude. I can't do big RVs. They're money pits. Extreme money pits. That's only for somebody who makes like, maybe if you're retired military, maybe you make like $5,000-6,000 a month in a pension. Yeah, go get an RV. Sure, you could pay $600 a month for.
Yeah, why is it that you do drive around so much? Just to see the world, or?
Well, I'm not seeing the world because I haven't left the country yet. But no, I just like seeing new shit. I don't like staying stationary too long, but I am trying to change it up to where I would like to start staying in places longer. I don't want to do like, oh, hey, I'm in Colorado, guys. Oh, hey, now I'm in Mississippi. I don't want to do that shit like, you know, for like, you know, in 2 days. You know, I'd rather just chill out for 5 days.
Yeah. I've seen all these like there's these stupid YouTubers that just have like trust fund money and they go vacationing. One of them is this guy. He has this girlfriend where he's like pulling his girlfriend's hand and going various places around the world and like skydiving and diving into the clear crystal waters of Hawaii. Maybe you could make some kind of parody video like that. You should, since you travel around so much, you should make some kind of like parody video of all these people that just travel the world for attention.
Yeah, I'd rather just call them fags. Editor, don't include the fags in the video that I'm gonna upload. Yeah, you know, I'm not into that bullshit. I'm into like grimy shit, just going into a bad neighborhood. I'm not doing those videos right now because I don't know, my focus is on the other shit. So right now I'm, you know, I don't know. But yeah, you know, it's a you know, it's a life that I enjoy. I would enjoy it more if I would stop driving as much. And I think just for me having a trailer, I think I would be better if I could just relax in the city and just chill out for 3-4 days. Then maybe move like 75 miles down the way and just do it again. So I'm going to give that a go towards the end of this year and see how it goes. I got a quick question. Are you dating any chicks? Do you get laid, or are you a nerd?
It's pretty hard right now. I just broke up with my girlfriend before the coronavirus stuff hit, but it's pretty hard to like date. I've been trying to get out there, but like no one wants to do anything. No one wants to go outside. There's no bars open. I don't like making excuses, but I gotta say it's not easy.
Yeah, no. I mean, nobody wants your corona dick because you're infected.
I know exactly.
It's like AIDS in 1982. Sad. It's very, very sad out there for a young guy in Oakland. Who the fuck is that?
I'm at the liquor store right now.
I'm
at my local liquor store getting some snacks.
Are you gonna drink?
No, I'm just getting some snacks for my my assignment.
For your assignment, is the guy Asian?
I have some homework.
Oh, okay. Is the guy Asian?
No, he's Arabic. Salam alaikum.
Oh, Salaikum Assalam. Oh, okay. Maybe Tony knows this guy from back in Afghanistan. Maybe he's the guy that got the indoor plumbing, and then he upgraded his house and he sold it. The real estate market in Afghanistan was good, and he made a little bit of scratch, and he moved on over to the United States and opened up a liquor store in Oakland for you to serve you some shitty snacks.
See this thing quick. And then my debit card.
All right, guys, you just got
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, guys, isn't this exciting? We get to hear him buy his sex. All right, man. Hey, listen, I got to let you go, man. We're waiting for chicks to call in, to hot chicks.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, thank you for calling in. Yeah, call in again sometime. All right, that was Mongolian Kids Cartoons, a very faithful subscriber. He was dealing with the Taliban, so Taliban. Okay, very good. It's Mongolian Kids Cartoons. Mongolian Kids Cartoons. Yeah, we'll just take calls. We'll see who calls in. Anybody want to call in? 972-765-8972. 972-765-8972. Sorry. I'm getting a little bit buzzed. This is my second beer. And after that, I'll be done. I'll be done for the night. We're looking for people to call in. Anybody gonna call in? You want to call in? 972-765-8972. 972-765-8972. Hold on, guys. Let me see really quick. Hold on. Let's call this fag right here. Let's see if he answers. People send me shitty ass stupid text messages. Let's just call him. Come on, dude, pick up the phone.
Hi, you've reached 1-229-598-5367. Please leave your message after the tone.
Okay, he didn't answer the phone. All right, let's see who else. All right, that's it. That was it. If anybody wants to call in, 972-765-8972. I got a couple super chats I missed. Let's see. Smooth Head. The Juice controlled the media. Hitler was right. How dare you? Jimmy Neutron with the $1.99 wants me to talk about Area 51 or conspiracy theories. Cole Allen. 279 Canadian. What's up? Oh, and Hey Paula with the $2. Hey Paula, she's crazy. Going on a big trip across Australia. Mr. Rodriguez, Trump and Biggot 2020. Actually, I rather be the headliner on that card. Jimmy Neutron wanted me to hang up about 30 minutes ago. And Drizzy Fest with the $1.99. Check out Larry Lawton channel. Awesome channel. Larry Lawton. All right, let me put it in my shit really quick so I can see what this is about. Larry Lawton. L-A-W. Larry Lawton. He's a bald guy. Kind of looks like he could be my father. My start as a jewel thief. The childhood of a future jewel thief. My first jewelry store robbery. Yeah, this is the guy Tony M was talking about. Life hacks from prison. Larry Lawton, burglar proof your home. Larry Lawton from ex-con to cop. I don't know if I should subscribe to this guy. He gets good views on his videos, so people do like him. So I guess that I get shitty views on my channel, so people don't like me. I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Munchie Chi, long time no see. What's up? How are we doing? Is any chick gonna call in? Does a chick want to call in? Can we get a chick to call? 972-765-8972. Can we get a woman to call? Okay, we were supposed to have somebody to call in. I was waiting for 2 calls. That we got the first one, which was a great call, and then there was another person that did not like what I had to say. That would have been a good call, but they fell asleep. They fell asleep. So, is anybody gonna call in? Anybody? Before I put my phone on airplane mode for the night. Anybody? Nobody? All right, well, guys, I guess I'll be putting my phone on airplane mode because nobody wants to call in. Nobody wants to call in, so that's it. We're gonna shut it down. 2 hours. I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's pretty good, right? 2 hours. All right, very good. You did 2 hours. No, it's already on airplane mode. No calls tonight. Nobody wants to call in. Everybody's on vacation or something like that. We had 2 good calls. Mongolian Kids Cartoon and we had Tony M. Not too many guys in the military who will admit to killing somebody. And that's, let me tell you, that story with the naked woman, hey, he had to do what he had to do, and he made the right decision, because if he didn't make that right decision, here's the thing. Anybody in here who might be saying, like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's say she blew herself up. What if a piece of shrapnel flew and hit him in the fucking eye, he lost his eye? Fuck that, I'm fucking taking your motherfucking ass out. Unless you're hot. If it was, she was probably ugly, so he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna kill her because she's a fucking 4. He could have been doing that. Now if she were like hot, like who's considered hot? Like Doja Cat? Can you imagine Doja Cat coming in with a suicide vest? Like, I wouldn't. I'd probably lose my eye. She'd probably fucking blow me up. Taylor Swift is hot. I'll go down on her. I would totally go down on Taylor Swift. She's fucking hot. So, you know who's hot too? You know who's not cute, but she's like kind of sophisticated hot? Dua Lipa. She sings that one song. I don't know. Fucking, she looks like she's tall. She looks like she could be 6 feet fucking tall. She got super long legs. Kind of hot. Dua Lipa. Yeah, I like to give her some of my Lipa. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. But for right now, I still feel that if I could sleep with any famous chick right now, it's still gonna be Doja Cat. But I'm getting bored with her. I'm getting bored with her. I think Dua Lipa. You know what I mean? If I would love to just like I'd love to go down on her from the back. I know a lot of you guys but probably think I'm disgusting because you'll have your nose like right on her asshole, and that's where she shits. Kind of disgusting, I know. Let's talk really quickly about. So I'm kind of pissed off about YouTube. So that cemetery video that I uploaded where I put the lady's picture back up, and I still have to go back to that cemetery because I used Gorilla Glue, and more than likely the glue kind of like leaked out, and I gotta go back and chisel it. But that fucking video got like 500,000 views in 2 days. So now it's like 1 point something million, and I fucking hate that because I wish I would have uploaded it on Lamont At Large. I don't want that fucking video on the Black Biggot because it's so stupid, because it's like I'm doing something nice on that video. That's why my subs are going up. My subs aren't going up because I'm in the algorithm. The subs are going up because that video is fucking getting a lot of views, there's a very decent chance that fucking video will get 1 million views in a week. Because right now it's like 1.1 million, and it fucking was just pumping. I think that video, like in a couple of years, like that video will get like 5 million views. But that's fucking weak shit. Like I don't like trust and believe. When that video hit 100,000 views, I was gonna delete it and upload it on Lamont At Large, but then I don't know. I feel like I should have done it. I don't know, but you know, listen. To me, as far as I'm concerned, this channel is fucking dead. It's just dead. You know what I mean? And it's not dead because of YouTube. That I don't think YouTube has nothing to do with it. I just don't have the time to put in any like serious like thought into making any videos. I just don't have the fucking time, and I kind of don't want to. Like I just don't have the fucking time. You know, if I better manage my time, I possibly could. I sort of wash my hands with it. You know, it's cool the way it is. It's just shit that I say. Is it a troll channel? I don't fucking know. Sometimes I want to be serious with it, but it's just too far gone to be serious about it. But you know, when people will, you know, they'll see that cemetery video, right? And they're like, oh, what kind of videos does he do? And then they'll come on my channel and they're like, jerking off in your trailer. Oh, this guy's a pig. And I'm not a pig, because I'm going to jerk off in my trailer regardless of if you hear about it or not. Now, I know most people don't want to hear about me jerking off in front of in a trailer. And I'm not going to, like, you know, I'm not that type of dude who's like, oh yeah, I jerk off. No, that's 12-year-old retard shit. But it's something that happened in my life that has, you know, that I thought it was funny. Because, you know, if you guys remember when I was at that Walmart outside of Austin, and then the fucking tow truck guy like knocked on my shit. He's like, yeah, the Walmart people, they want you out of the Walmart. And that's the first time that's ever happened to me. And I'm like, the fuck? And I'm looking around, and there's other RVs there. Not a lot, but there's a few RVs and trucks. And I'm like, why the fuck are they kicking me out? And then I went into the Walmart, and I actually went to look for the manager, and I couldn't find it. And finally I just got some shit and I left. And I was pulling out, and I said, oh fuck. I said, I woke up and I jerked off. Did they see me? Because, you know, my curtains are see-through. But who the fuck is going through my trailer looking in on me? You know what I mean? So hey, it happens to the best of us, but I'm not gonna go off and start making videos like, oh, I jerked off. You know, listen, I did it 3 times today. What do you want me to do? I jerked off 3 times today. I know you guys are like, well, why the fuck are you telling us to? I don't know. I don't know why. I felt like I was 13 today. It was really weird. Today was like a really weird day. Don't ask me where I did it either. Don't ask. It's embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it, but you know, it is what it is. All right, spammer, you gotta go. Spammer. All right. Everybody already knows my first and last name. Okay, you're not exposing shit. You fucking idiot, weirdo ass. You can expose as much as you can. There's nothing to expose. You motherfuckers know pretty much every fucking thing but 2%. It used to be 3%, and until somebody made it fucking 2%. It is what it is, guys. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't care. People can fucking spam. Just people can fucking talk shit. Just don't spam. If you're fucking just gonna repeat the same shit over and over, I'm gonna fucking boot your ass. Other than that, I mean, hey, you know, go do whatever it is that you need to do. That's it. So. But yeah, it was really embarrassing. I was going to town today. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I should look for a traveling girlfriend. Does anybody want to fill out an application for a traveling girlfriend? Excuse me. I'm drinking an IPA. I'm almost done with it. Almost done with it. I'll be done with this shit. Yeah. Somebody's got to fucking put in an application. Do you believe in meditation? What does that mean? I don't know. That's a weird question. Do I believe that people meditate? Yeah. Do I believe in the powers that it promises? I don't know. Is there any kind of powers that it promises? I have no idea. I don't know. I love when people fucking talk in all caps. I exposed him on Camel Dave long ago. Gothic child. Get the fuck out of here, fucking fag. Gothic child. That can't be a real fucking name, is it? I know that fucking name. You've been on my channel before. Yeah, I think I got into it with you a while back. Gothic child. What a fucking tool. What a Otis tool. Fucking lame. This fucking weirdo says, oh, I exposed him on Camo Dave. Dude, what are you exposing? What is there to expose? Everybody already knows what I do, what I say, how I live my life. There's nothing to expose, dude. You know, you fucking square-face fucking SpongeBob trolls fucking hope and pray that some like little information gets out about me, like, oh, he's a fucking this, oh, he's really a that, oh, blah blah blah. You know, thank God that I'm so fucking transparent when it comes to my life. You know, practically all of my life. Even if you guys found out like the work, there's shit that I've done in my life. Would I want it on YouTube? Probably not. But if it came out, I still wouldn't give a fuck. What are you guys gonna say? Oh, you're a pig. Okay, I know I am. I never said I wasn't a pig. I could be pig-ish at times. You know, I don't go around fucking spitting and fucking doing dirt dog shit. But I'm still a guy. So you fucking, you lame douche canoes out there trying to fucking stupid fucking shit, suck my dick. Suck my motherfucking dick is all I gotta say. Go expose a fucking tranny dick down your tonsils. That's what I gotta fucking say. Bunch of fucking nerds. No life nerds. No life fucking nerds. And there's people on YouTube that have way smaller channels than mine. I mean, I'm talking about people that have like 2,000 subs and they'll get as many views as I do, and I'll tell you why. Because their fucking lives, whoever, and I don't even know these people, I'm just telling you who they are because I know they're out there. Their lives are so pathetically disheveled, cringe, and foul that people love to see people fail, right? People love to see people fail. Look at Blade. Blade, if he streams, if he's sober, he'll get fucking 400 people watching and they're getting bored of him. If he drinks, oh, diabetic foot, you're gonna lose your fucking leg, he'll have 2,800 people steady watching him, giving him money to fucking drink. And if you notice on my channel, yeah, I get trolled a little bit, but also, my life isn't a fucking disheveled mess. You fucking corn-sucking faggots wish it was. You wish it was a disheveled mess, right? But there's no drama in my life because I'm straight the fuck up. Like, there's really nothing to fucking see. There's really nothing to watch. Other than if you want to watch me for an opinion that I have about a particular talking point having to do with politics. Other than that, I mean, nobody comes on my channel to see me fucking further destroy myself. That's not my channel. Whether you like me or you don't, you're not gonna fucking watch the stream. You're not gonna watch, 4 videos and say like, wow, this guy's a fucking mess. Now, if you do say I'm a fucking mess, you're a lying sack of shit. Like, my life's not a mess. There's nothing messy about my life. It might be interesting. I might, I go here, I go there, I do whatever. That I try to, I try to be a law-abiding citizen. But you shitheads just never fucking stop. And then, sometimes you guys come in, I'll pay you a little bit of attention, and then you'll go away. You'll go away like herpes, but you never truly go away. You'll come back again. Yeah, you'll come back again. So, well, that's the thing. Like, you can never be sure who's watching or who's not watching. You know, I try to do it discreetly, but I mean, I'm not an exhibitionist. I'm not like a fucking weirdo who I want people to fucking watch me. No, of course not. But when you're homeless and you're in a van, you're like, you know what? As long as no one's like fucking like go trying to like look, you know, hey, it is what it is. I don't know, whatever. Somebody asked me why did you change my name. I'm actually thinking about changing it back to Black Biggot. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it ever since I changed it back. It's a Black Bugatti. It's like it has no there's no soul to it. Black Biggot, that's kind of who I am. But I'm probably not going to change it back to Black Biggot, but I would like to. I would like to. Yes, I know, but I can't. It's just, I don't know. You know, the main reason why I changed my name was because I wanted to start doing interviews, but then, you know, if I have the interview channel, then what's the point of having this one? So, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Who was your first troll that you can remember? That's a good question. Like a first troll that stuck out, like this guy would troll me. You know who I remember? This guy had a white, like, gorilla, like, icon picture thing. Something about his name was Mike. I almost thought it was Ray Ray, because he talks similar to Ray Ray. It actually might be Ray Ray. I don't know. That's the first one that I remember. And I remember that I mentioned that he was a troll in a live stream. And that back in the day, I never live streamed because I just didn't really know what it was and thought it was weird. And also, the reason why I didn't live stream is because I constantly had a strike on my channel. I couldn't live stream. And the guy was like, I'm not a troll. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of are a troll. But I remember him first. Other than that, any other troll, they just melt into each other. Trolls want to be special. Trolls, they want to, because let's just be truthful with it. Trolls in their everyday life, they have no life. Every fucking troll on YouTube that trolls me, I promise you have no fucking life. You have no kind of social skills. Nobody's calling you like because they missed you. Your mom's in failing health. Your dad has long ago been dead. Women don't really look at you unless they either. The only times women look at you is when they think that you might rape them and they're scared and they're thinking about calling the cops on you. That's when women look at you. That's about the only time. Other than that, there's no such thing as a troll who has like a great life. And, they got like a nice car, they got a good career, job, their own business, they got a big ass boat in the fucking backyard, they go out in the water and fuck. Yeah, trolls don't do shit like that. Yeah, trolls are they're, drug addicts. They don't live in like normal houses. They live in like basements, or maybe they live in a fucking vehicle, or they live in a tent or whatever. And I'm not saying that all trolls are like evil. No, I think some trolls, I think a lot of trolls just want to see people get angry and get besides themselves. I think I don't want to use the word rare, but I do think that there is very few trolls who actually want to see people like literally die. I think most trolls just want to see people get fucked up and then lose their job, not kill themselves, but shit like that, Not saying that trolls aren't harmless, because I think most trolls are, some of them are funny. They can be funny. They do liven up a stream. They're I guess they're a necessary evil. I don't know. Sylvia, Sylvia, what is going on? How are we doing today? Yeah. Okay, gothic fucking weirdo. Go fucking dude. You must. You're probably one of those. You probably go troll fucking. Who does fucking Campbell Dave talk about? I don't know. I don't watch this channel. He talks about fucking weirdos. You probably go fucking troll them. Oh, I don't like the way you fucking. I don't like the way you're driving your RV. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking weirdo ass. Weirdo ass. That's true. One man army. That's what's up. Fuck, I gotta lower my windows. It's getting fucking warm in this bitch. You know, there is a video that I've been wanting to upload for a year, but I don't want to talk about it. And people are gonna think that the video is a troll video. No, the video is real, but that video is not the type that I would want to upload on Black Bugatti. I've thought about uploading it on Lamont At Large, but it would get like the subject is totally different from what I normally speak about. If I could tell my story, that video should get 100,000 views, no problem, because it's a very interesting story. But and you know what's so funny? And I talked to a couple of people off of YouTube privately, and I haven't even told them this story. And what reminds me right now is I'm looking up, and I got a fantastic story that you guys would be fucking. I got a story that would blow your guys' socks off if you guys were to believe me, and I don't give a fuck if you guys believe in me or not. I know what I've seen with my own eyes. This was up. Lamont across America. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, bro. Nobody's meeting you. No one's meeting you. The only way you'll meet me is if you happen to run into me face to face. And I'll just tell you this: I'm not the type to threaten people. That's not my style. But if you think that, like, if people from YouTube, if people think that like they would try to do some stupid shit to me, like try to make me look stupid, like I've thought about all the scenarios. It's not going to work out for your favor. Because I know you guys think like I say silly shit, like I'm like, ooh, yeah, no, I'm in person. I'm not a scary guy. I'm not a fucking tough guy, but I'm not silly. I'm not fucking silly. I wish, damn, this guy has his brights right in my fucking face. No, okay. Can you turn your brights off, dude? Thanks, appreciate that. Lighting up my fucking face. Would you go outside of America one day? Okay, hey, who has a place for me to stay? I'll fucking leave. I'll leave. Dude, I got my passport's right fucking here. I fucking got a fucking empty credit card. Hey, I'll go. Where? Where am I going? You know what's so scary? Tomorrow, I can fucking say I'm gonna go to fucking Thailand. I can go there and live there for fucking 3 months. I could do that if I want. I'd rather not do that by myself, but I don't know anybody that can travel. The only dude that I knew that can travel, that we had a trip planned, was Jimmy the Hobo, and he got a girlfriend, and now he's not doing shit. So, other than that, who am I going to get a hold of? Who could just leave? Christian Cedeno, what happened to the Tesla's tail if you're black? The test is no good. It's already used. It's expired. I can't use that test anymore. Excuse me. You know who really needs to take that test is Sean King. Man, I've been watching fucking raccoons and possum fucking walk across my fucking van for like the last hour. It's fucking heavy traffic over here. Thank you for the $3, though. I appreciate it. Are you trying to call me? You got to call the 972 number. Yeah. All right. So Addie's trying to call. All right. I'll answer that. Hold on. Let me. All right. What area code will you be calling from? I don't think I'm gonna watch this Larry Lawton guy. I don't like people who make long ass 20-minute videos talk about stories. I'm not interested. Not interested at all. Miss Lynch, are you gonna call in or what are we doing? Okay, I gotta watch that video. I'll save it to watch later. That wasn't Miss Lynch. Miss Lynch, are you gonna call in or we're ready to hear from you? 10-minute video? Nah. There's nothing that nah. You know, if I had the right background, the right setup, yeah, I could do 20-minute videos. I could do like podcast style things, but I don't know. I just don't feel I have enough time to really fucking do it. I don't know. So, all right. Well, Miss Lynch, the floor is yours if you want to. Oh, God, we got a mosquito here. Fuck! Get out of here. Stupid mosquito. Let's see if she calls in. If she doesn't call, I'm gonna end it because I'm getting tired. Oh, thank you, Mr. Johnson. I appreciate that. She's not calling. So, shut up. Yeah, she's not calling in. It's okay. We'll just play some music. That's it. We'll just play some music. Let's see, what song should I play? What song should I play? This bitch right here. Should I play this bitch? Yeah. Should I play her? Yeah. She's not worthy. Those fucking mosquitoes are biting the shit out of me right now. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it's a stupid. It's a stupid song. I don't want to play that. I don't know. I'm feeling melancholy. Trisha Paytas. Let's see what she was saying. She just bought a not a Range Rover. She bought a fucking Rolls Royce. Amazing. Eating Burger King in my Rolls Royce.
I just did the tray for visual purposes, but is it even cute? Probably not really, but it's fine. I don't even like that for a thumbnail.
Oh, that fucking mosquito. Shit.
I'd probably more scared to have it on the tray.
She doesn't know how good looking she is when she has. If Trisha Paytas were to cut her hair, fucking stupid mosquitoes. Where's my off at? Oh, here it is. Fucking, I'm gonna spray it. Fucking son of a bitch.
Pick me up at the Jack in the Box and drop me off at the Jack in the Box, and that's not my Uber. And literally, I am going to hopefully give him $20. Is that enough? I guess I should probably tip him more. Maybe I should tip him more. I haven't used the Uber app in so long. I'm like trying to find the Uber app right now.
She is so attractive if she would just not ever wear those extensions. Keep her hair nice and short right here. She's fucking fine. Well, is she fine? She's almost fine if she doesn't ever use extensions. Very light makeup. Don't overdo your lips. I don't think she knows it though. See, like this video, she looks good right here.
Oh, I'm sweating up a storm. Oh my goodness. I had
She looks
into this outfit. I can
fucking
hold
good
it
right here.
This outfit. It's freaking hot outside. I literally went outside like screaming at the top of my lungs trying to sing the Wait For Me reprise. I'm coming, wait for me. I hear the one. Anyways, I'll save you that on TikTok. It was like a Wait For Me challenge people like did a while ago, and then they brought it back for quarantine or whatever. It was hot. It was hot, and people like
she
were coming up and
looks
looking.
fucking good right there.
The and shit, but
she looks.
All right, we got Korean fried cheese, corn dogs today. I'm very. Boy, oh boy, is it worth it? I don't know.
Yeah, she looked good right there. She looked fucking good right there. Anyways. All right, guys. I think I'm done for the night. Somebody's trying to call my phone and destroy my stream, so that's it. We have a stream destroyer in here tonight, guys. We have a stream destroyer who's destroying my stream. So, yeah, sorry guys. Sorry guys, but this stream is going to be destroyed. Sorry guys. Oh, Raul Ortiz with the $10 super chats. Do I think that Obama's going to jail for this? Wait, hold on. Get this shit off. What the fuck? I'm not. I didn't even play this shit. What the fuck is this? Anyways, let me read your question again. Before the stream